everybody, welcome to Review Time with Islip, and I am Islip, and I'm sitting out here in my backyard on this beautiful, not spring day. It's still winter technically, and it feels like it's the summer. So, yeah. Anyway, enough with all that pleasantries. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mastermind Creations Reformated Felisaber. Their homage to the Transformers pretender Catilla. Now, he's part of, the Predacon set. You can see on the boxes different forms, robots, cats with mask, and if you look up, he forms an arm which lets you put the whole, whatever the bird guy's name was, on the back to form a what the comic book inside refers to as was it perfect combination Feral Rex. I won't go too much into that. Comes in this nice box that opens up to reveal artwork here and a bubble here where the figure would be. That's the name of the comic, The Battle for Moratoris. On the other side, it just has the instructions. Let's move on. So here we have the Felisaber, which turns into a yellow Smilodon, which everybody calls a saber-toothed tiger, but saber-toothed cat is more. Is a much more proper term, as it technically wasn't a tiger. So here we have, and it's just a remold of their I think his name was Rampage, of their version of Rampage, the other cat guy, and you can see there's a cat with a visor, which actually homages the. Holy crap, there's a dog that just barked for no reason. G1. It scared the hell out of me. G1, whatchamacallit. And you can see his head is under there. I'm actually doing this because... Shut up! Because I'm trying to open his mouth to show you that he does have articulation. He has a mouth. You know, you can do that. He's got articulation in the neck. You can move... If you move his head up like this, you can get him into a stance where his head isn't so far low. It rotates, it wiggles, so, you know, you can do stuff. Yeah, you can rotate its arms, rotate the arms out there, moves there. Shut up, dog. Elbow bend there, funky bend there. Wiggles there. You have a bend there. You have to remember to rotate this part, but then you have a bend here, which is more for the transformation into the arm. But you've got that, so you can, if you want to, put them in like sitting poses. You've got 360 here, in and out. This part here moves, this part here moves, and this is on a ball joint, so you get a lot of movement there. The tail goes up and down and bends in different directions. And, you know, of course, you've got a waist because, you know, yeah. Oh, best part about this figure is that I got them from TF Source for $50 instead of the normal $70 to $100 that these figures are going for. So yeah, let me get out. Here's Catilla, the G1 pretender. Let's take this pretender beast. We'll take that off for now, so you can see a bit of the homage. It'll look more homage-y once I take out the middle guy and get them transformed. And even though the middle guy is more gray than not, you can kind of see what they were going for there. Come on. Here we go. Now, I don't know about in the toys, but in the comic books, Catilla ends up being he's a traitor to the Decepticons, because he started out as a Decepticon and defected, I think, also along with Carnivac to the Autobot side. And then the Decepticons, of course, kill Catilla, who happens to be the only pretender I own, the only pretender I wanted. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get this out the way for the moment. Put that over here. We'll put his mask back on, and the reason we're going to put his mask back on is because Felisaber comes with a little thing that becomes a mask. So you want to take this and slide this over Felisaber's head, and you can tuck this piece underneath this piece here, but the instructions actually just tell you to rest it like this. So there you've got Felisaber and Catilla. Dang it. I just want to get his mouth open a little bit. Okay, you got Felisaber and Catilla, and you can see the homages. I mean, it's not a perfect match, but you can definitely see the masks and the mix-up between yellow and the little inside bot going into Felisaber. So, and he's got his little gun here, which is actually a pretty decent match for that gun here. Unfortunately, you really can't put it back here anywhere. Like, it would probably be, like, if you could hook it up here, it'd probably look better, but you end up having to put it up towards the front. But still, I mean, that's a pretty nice homage. So, and in case y'all don't know why Catilla is so important to me, is because, I can get them in the same pose too. Let's see. You're like this, you're like that. You are back here, but you are farther back. And there. So the pose sort of matches, except that the mouth should be opened even more. And yeah, it's just a lovely little figure, especially for, now this is the only Ferrocon I actually really was ever serious about getting, and it took a while for me to get him because he was kind of expensive considering. But now I'm thinking of getting the other Ferrocons. And little summary, in the comic book, he is like some kind of commander, like a Predacon commander, and he ends up on this planet, and the Predacons arrive thinking that he called them. He didn't call them, and it turns out to be a trap. Panel in the ship that brought, I believe that brought Catilla to the planet opens, and out comes out a bunch of Ferrocon clones, and Nova Prime comes out. And during the course of the battle, he decides the only way to defeat everybody is to combine with the Predacons to form Feral Rex in ultimate mode or perfect mode. Does that. Turns out it was a trick. He short circuits Feral Rex. The Ferrocons think that he betrayed them. They get reprogrammed. He gets blasted and sent adrift into space. The end. So, yeah. So that actually ties in really nicely to why they would have him with the Predacons, with their version of the Predacons. And it turns out it turns out, it looks like their Predacons, their Predacons weren't Decepticons or evil after all. They were reprogrammed. The same way that the G1 Constructicons weren't originally evil, they were reprogrammed. So yeah, so we'll get this out of the way and go ahead and transform him. The first thing you want to do is we're gonna pop this off. You can leave it on if you're forming the arm, because you can leave it, but I'm gonna take it off just because. If I can remember how to do this, pop this off without breaking it. Normally I don't have a problem getting it off, but today it wants to be a problem. So here we go. I think for the arm mode, you're just going to turn it like that, and then this. See, this folds. This is supposed to go. Oh, here we go. There we go, like that. So you want the arm to bend down like this, and then this part will plug in here, and then I guess that can just flip over like that. I guess it could stay like that, but I think it should flip over like this. So there we go. There's that, and it still doesn't feel like it's doing it correctly. Okay, and we'll do the same thing with this one. Now, I haven't actually used the instruction booklet to transform this guy. I used it to get this piece to stay on because I couldn't figure out how to do it. Turn it like that. Let's see, can these move out any? Oh, that would move it back, okay. And then these just go tucked in like so. Turn this around, tuck that in. Hold on. There we go. You want to put it in like this so it fits in here, and then when you rotate, you'll rotate this around, and that'll go like that. And then this just plugs in here, which is the same thing you do with the robot mode, really. It's not really much different, it looks like. Now, I'll check the instruction booklet in a second and make any adjustments afterwards, but his transformation is actually not really difficult. You know, when you get the pieces lined up properly. Okay, there we go. It's not very difficult. It's actually quite nice. Was I supposed to rotate you the other way? No, because you have to go in that way. Okay, plug this in here and put the tail. Split this. You'd put the tail in here, and then you'd plug the handpiece right there. And then, let's see, rotate this bit, I believe. There we go. Okay, and then there's your arm, which you probably could just be like this and then go sideways, and then you just plug it in, and that would be your arm. Doesn't look like much of an arm, but we'll just do it like that. And now to take it to its robot mode, you would just take this piece, slide it all the way down, slide that like that, bring his head up. You're done with that part. Come over to this part here. You're going to unplug these black bits right here and slide these bits all the way around. Right there, they just unpeg and slide all the way around. Go ahead and split this section here. We'll go ahead and rotate this around. Rotate this around so that these black pieces are facing forward. Flip these panels open. Rotate all of this around and do the same thing for this side here. Rotate it all around. Make sure the tail stays where it's supposed to. And then you're going to take this piece here, bring it, well, you can close this up, bring this piece down, and it's on a ball joint here and a swivel there. You want to take it and focus, focus, focus. There we go. Take this piece, slide it around. Oh, look, I didn't even notice there was a toe there. You slide it around and you just bring it down like this. But I didn't realize that he had a toe. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Of course, you might have noticed if I read the instructions. So again, close this here, flip this around, slide this over, bring it down like that, and your legs and your feet are done. Okay. Let's go ahead and here's the camera bit. Okay, and here you're going to unplug these and straighten them out. Unplug, straighten out. Ouch. These things are kind of pointy here. Be careful. Now the arms, just going to rotate like this, and they're on sliders. So what you're going to do is, well, normally what you'd have to do is, yeah, you're going to push it back, and then push it back. And this is supposed to go up, right? Did I do it wrong? No. Push it back. Push it up. Go up. You don't want to go up. Why don't you want to go up? Okay, let's see. Push it back and... Seriously, you're supposed to go up. Hold on 1 second. Push it back. Oh, okay. I didn't have it all the way back, so make sure it's all the way, and then it should raise up. Okay. Why are you not working? Hold on. Oh, it's raising up slowly. Okay. Anyway, you want to, his arms are normally like this. You want to slide them up. Then you're going to take this, pry it open, and then put out his arms. Leave the feet like so. Open this up. Pull out his arms. Again, leave the feet like so. And there you have Felisaber in his robot mode. And if my voice is a little cracky, that's because I'm getting over a cold. There we go. I'm trying to get it. Okay, so focuses. And there is Felisaber in his robot mode. Let's move him back a little bit. There we go. And he looks fairly nice. Now he's coming up as a lot more yellow than he is on in hand. He's more of a taxi cab yellow, and he seems to be a lemony yellow. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Rotates in and out, rotates here, double elbow. His arms rotate and his hands rotate. He has a rotation there and a rotation there, and depending on which way you've got his center, he can either have an ab crunch forward, or if you have it rotated the other way, an ab crunch back. Legs go all the way out on ratchets. They go that far back. They go that far forward. This piece here rotates for some reason. I don't know what reason. Excuse me. What reason, as it doesn't really seem to... I guess you could put it to the side here. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Let's check the box. Oh, no, you are supposed to put it to the side. Okay, so I missed the transformation step. You can put this to the side, which is actually a good thing, because then you can put his weapon he can store his weapon on his leg. He's got a knee bend here, and his feet can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And this is supposed to be plugged in, and then there we go. So there he is. You can take his gun and plug it in, and then you can take this, and this is the tricky part. You can take this and attach it to his arm. What you need to do is, there is a little slot there, and there is a little sort of fold-out peg that comes out, and you have to get it in there just right, because if not, it will push the peg down and it will not fit, which I just did. And then you can use this as an arm weapon. Hold on a second. This will be easier if I do it behind the camera. And sorry for my other camera not being up. I really don't have another tripod to put another camera up out here, and inside I can hook it up to a whole bunch of other, like I can have my robots or my TV hold it or something, and this will not. Let's go ahead and stick you on. And I'm sorry for the lack of reviews and gameplays. I've been sick, so I know there hasn't been very much activity on this channel as far as posting content. I apologize for that. But I've been sick, and it's been busy, and life, you know, etc., etc. Come on. There we go. All right. And then you can use this, you straighten out the tusks, and you can use this as some kind of, like an arm guard with impaling weapons. So let's go ahead and bring out again the G1 Catilla. We'll just bring out the robot this time and get it quickly transformed. So we can again compare how the figure homages the other figure. Okay. And there we go. And in this mode, you really, the heads are about right. If you look at the head, look at that. Okay, stop it. Look at the head here. Come on, focus. There we go. Look at the head there, and you look at the head here. They're close, close-ish. Actually, not as close as I thought, but honestly, I like the head on this guy better than this guy. For one thing, this guy's head is humongous, and it's not really well painted. If you look, it's not really well painted. His is, and if you look at the tiger faces, you know, they're close-ish. This one has more of the tiger cheek beard thing going on here, but otherwise, you know, kind of close-ish. Red visors aside. So yeah, so that's the G1 figure with the whatever, the update figure. Let's go ahead and get size comparison with shoot, I didn't bring out any deluxes. So I'm just gonna bring out the next best thing. Here we go with side swipe from actually a KO, but Masterpiece side swipe. You can see he's a little bit bigger. He's actually the size of Masterpiece Rodimus. When I bring Rodimus out, you'll see. Let's take that out. Let's go with Masterpiece Optimus. You can see how tall he is, and he's up to Optimus's upper ribs. It just about comes up to where his boobs start. So, yeah. Now he's back at his normal $74 price, but for $50, I mean, even $74, this is not a bad deal. The plastic feels good. The bot itself, this is awesome. It looks cool. It's got a matte feel to it rather than glossy, but I think that works in its favor. It's got the paint on the face is glossy, and it kind of stands out. But and normally I don't like gray, but considering that the original bot was a lot more gray than this, I think they did a great job of mixing both components of the figure, and of course airplane. It's like, but mixing both components, the pretender outer shell coloring and the inside bots coloring mixed together. I think this looks really good. Plus the black looks great. I love that they put black. I'm glad they didn't keep it as gray, even though that would have been a lot more, what is the word? A lot more faithful to the G1 figure. I think this just works out better. And like there's details everywhere, and there's even picked out little details. It didn't have to. I mean, there's other places like here that could have been picked out, but still, this is just a really well done figure. And this is my first Mastermind Creations figure, by the way. So, okay, 26 minutes, and I'm still rambling. Suffice to say, it's a great figure. If you don't already have it, you know, I think you should pick it up, especially if you're going to be picking up Feral Rex. Or if, like me, you're a fan of the original G1 for whatever reason, yeah, get him because he's actually pretty good. I think, in my opinion, he is. So maybe you should get him. That's up to you, of course, but you know, personally, you know, he's got a giant combiner port on the back. But that'll actually be cool because when the bird guy comes, I can use his wings. Anyway, that's me. I'm Islip. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you liked it. And ciao.